We've had 4 kids come through school here for the last 10 years straight. We've had at least 1 at school here at High Hopes. When we first came here, and this was before we had this beautiful building here, we were at the other facility before this building was built, and we brought Elijah in for feeding therapy, knowing that he just needed to learn how to eat. We didn't know early on that it is very difficult to wean a child once they're on a G-tube, especially if they start very, very young. And so getting that support from somebody here saying, we will work with you to try to get him to, move away from being dependent on that G-tube to being a typically developing kid was a big deal, because we thought, this was going to be a big part of our lives from now on, where we had a pump and a stand in the house, and that meant limiting trips out of the house and limiting trips in the community to church or to other places. So having somebody who is willing to work with us and to meet our needs as a family, not just with therapy, but trying to get our kids to be better.
So our daughter Lorelei graduated from High Hopes, and her very first day of kindergarten, that evening, I got a Facebook message from a complete stranger. And it was a mom who also had a kindergartner, but he had a lot of delays and was in a wheelchair. She was very concerned about her child's first day of school. And would he make friends? How would it go? But Lorelei, during free play, walked right up and invited him to play with her and didn't even think twice about it. But to this mother, it meant the whole world. And I said, we can't even take credit for that. She's been going to High Hopes, and friends are friends.
High Hopes has been a very special place for us. And I think, if you could join us in making sure that the resources, the availability of these types of services are here for the next 40 years for Franklin, and maybe this model can be repeated in other cities and municipalities across the country. Families need places like High Hopes.